This message is in response to Aziz. Um, he asked, "Can you tell me more about work at a chiropractor's office? Would you work for a chiropractor? What are the things I should know about? I recently graduated from massage school, and they are offering me a position. Thanks for any help and advice." With chiropractic offices, it all depends on the state's regulations. I know in Minnesota, if you work at a chiropractic office, you don't have to pay sales tax, so that's one huge benefit. So with massage, if it's medically related, then you do not have to pay sales tax. But otherwise, people having their private practice, the only way not to pay sales tax is have a doctor's note. That's one way to get around that then. But again, it all has to be totally legit, of course. Another thing is, it all depends on the chiropractor. Sometimes they will pay you when you're not massaging, so maybe like a chiropractic technician or chiropractic assistant, and again, it all depends on what they call them in certain states then too. So otherwise, they can just call you a massage therapist, and you can help in the office area. You can help with billing. It all depends on too. You can maybe possibly help with X-rays, or even help with adjustments, not actually adjusting somebody, but in the room, or if they need some maybe two person, maybe hold or something, you can do those kind of things. But chiropractic, the nice thing about that is you get a doctor on staff, so you can always ask questions. So technically, you are underneath the doctor's rules and regulations. So make sure you don't screw up, of course, because they're basically covering you for liability and everything else. But I myself, being a massage therapist, I would always have liability insurance just to be safe. So you just never know in this world, just to be safe. But I know some places they might pay like 30 or 40% commission when you are massaging, and then even a guaranteed a wage when you're not massaging. So that helps out both ways. Otherwise, sometimes it's some it all depends. So sometimes it's discommissioned. You're making so much. But with chiropractic, sometimes you're not guaranteed if you're billing insurances. So you're not guaranteed that money. So that's the biggest problem. And sometimes, even though you bill so much, it all depends on the insurance company. You might not be able to get the full amount. So again, that's why a lot of people bill insurance companies a lot higher. So around in this area, Minnesota, they say like $90 or so per hour, but it's usually so much per 15-minute intervals, and then you multiply that by four, of course, if you're doing a full hour massage. But you have to, I think it's at least 10 minutes of actual massage in that 15-minute time frame then. So those are just some things to look at. And sometimes you can get paid to put hot packs or cold packs, so you can get with hydrotherapy or even some stretching. So again, it all depends on what the chiropractor actually has you do. And you just got to be really good at charting too, but sometimes chiropractors will even chart for you. So just make sure you're aware of that, and just respect the chiropractor too, because you are working for them in their space. So um, that's massage therapists in general. A lot of them will work with chiropractors, and every chiropractor's belief is different too. So there's many different forms of chiropractic out there too. So you think it's just bone cracking, and there's a form called NUCA where you're working with more of the nerves to try to correct everything else that way, and there's other forms too. So learn as much as you can from the chiropractor. And the nice benefit, probably, again, it all depends. You might get free adjustments from them, and if it's a big corporation, you might even get health insurance. But in general, for massage therapy, it's hard to get health insurance. A lot of times, you have it from a spouse or somebody else in order to get health insurance or pay for it out of your own pocket. But again, with chiropractic, I think it's a little bit gender safe. So males and females can succeed in that area. Males in general at spas, it's a little bit harder unless you are gay. I'm not trying to rip on anything like that, but sometimes it is a lot easier if you are gay in a spa, because females in general, they like gay males. I mean, that's just a generalization, of course, but the gay students I've had in the past do wonderful in spas, so they sometimes even do better than the females. But straight males, sometimes they have a little bit harder time in that area. So again, females, when they're first getting massages, it's a little bit harder. But in a more medical setting, like a chiropractic office, again, it's more gender neutral in a way, and they look at everything as more of a doctor-like. And sometimes there's not as much barriers compared to spas or other places then. So I hope that helps you understand a little bit about the chiropractic, but it all depends on, again, the state's regulations and what kind of things you can do then too. So make sure you pay attention as much as possible. Ask your helper around in the office and see if you are getting paid hourly or just commission. And some people even do just independent contracting, so much a month. And so thanks, and leave any kind of comments below to help them out then. Thanks.